Here to weigh in, National Security and Public Safety Executive and former DEA Special Agent Derek Maltz. Mr. Maltz, China remains the primary source of fentanyl production. Communist country is a never-ending source of misery for freedom-loving people everywhere. Why can't the United States interdict their shipping lines into our country?
So, Chris, a couple of things. Number one, the Mexican cartels are the enemy of our children. They're killing kids at record levels. China has been involved with synthetic drug production and chemical production for many years. They send the stuff right to Mexico. The cartels control all the ports. They take multi-ton quantities of chemicals, and they're now making the methamphetamine and the fentanyl in labs, in illicit laboratories in Mexico. They're putting it in methamphetamine, cocaine, heroin. They're also making counterfeit pills, fake pills. They're sending them to the United States at levels that we've never seen, and that's why the levels of deaths are so high. Unfortunately, Chris, nobody in America is talking about this. The mainstream media is burying the story. Families are suffering around America. So thank you for covering this important topic.
Well, it's a byproduct of another emergency that we're enduring here in the country. West Virginia's Attorney General Patrick Morrisey has filed a lawsuit against the Biden administration over their loose border policies, which have resulted in what he calls or classifies a devastating fentanyl flow. Derek, since the press won't ask, I suppose we're going to have to, how much damage has Biden done with his open border concerning that fentanyl flow?
So obviously, having open borders is allowing the cartels to flood the country with not only the poisonous substances, but the people are flowing to the major cities and then cities throughout America. So it's giving them the ability to really move in the people. But keep in mind, Chris, they're making multi-billions of dollars now, not just from the drug smuggling, but the migrant smuggling. So people are just not comprehending. This is a much bigger problem. But, you know, Chris, it's a combination of China, the Communist Party trying to destabilize our country, working with the cartels and having the cartels do the dirty work. Unfortunately, they're just coming into the country at record levels. So we have a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, we have a rally at the Chinese embassy this Friday, and because of the Afghan mess that we're in, hopefully we can get some coverage. But the families are coming from around America to express their outrage and the lack of coverage of this topic. I mean, look what happened in Tylenol was killing a couple of kids. We had this national emergency. We can't even get a warning message about the fentanyl that's killing our kids. It's ridiculous, Chris.
No, you're right. And you say you're going to do a bit of a protest at the Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C. Is that where it's going to happen?
Yes, I wouldn't call it a protest. I'd call it a peaceful rally that the parents are coming in from over 30 states around the country, Puerto Rico, Canada, because they're just getting upset. They're frustrated. There's no coverage. They don't understand how their loved ones are dying, 12 years old, 20 years old, 30 years old. They're dying, and their kids are everyone's suffering, but nobody's talking about it. They're not protesting. They just want awareness. And I've kind of stepped up, and I've been a big advocate of the families. I put together photo collages. I actually go on national TV when I can. I go to Congress, and nobody seems to care, Chris. It's really, really upsetting.
Well, we do. You won't find much of an audience over at CNN, but you'll find one here. Derek Maltz, thank you very much for your service, sir. We appreciate it.
And thank you, Chris. NEWSMAX has been covering this story very well, so thank you.